Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. Please listen to the rules and procedures that will follow for tonight's meeting.
Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. The following is the procedure that will be followed. The matters will be called in order they appear on the calendar. The adjourned matters being called at the end of the regular schedule of matters. Matters cannot be required to be published at all time. When your matter is called, please submit the application and posting to the secretary and proceed to the podium with your name and address. The chairperson will then swear you in and read into the record information you have for your application, comments from various town departments, and any correspondence received on your application. The chairperson will then answer you make whatever presentation you wish to make to the board. After a major presentation, the board will answer whatever questions the board deems appropriate, and then we will answer the comments from the public. If you wish to speak for or against an application, we ask that you wait until you are acknowledged, come forward, give us your name and address, tell us where your property is in relation to the property or to questions tonight, and then please direct your comments to the board, not the applicant, but the applicant's representative. We have to keep a record, and we cannot do that if there are conflicting or cross conversations. If someone has spoken for or against an application, and they have said exactly the same thing that you wish to say, it will have the same force and effect in the record if your name and address are sworn in and say that you join in those comments. If you have anything additional to say, please don't hesitate to do so, but keep in mind that you will be given only one opportunity to speak. After the public has spoken, the board may ask the applicant to come back to answer any questions that may have come up as a result of the public comment, or for the applicant to summarize. When the applicant comes back to answer the additional questions that happens, that does not start the second round of public comments. Once the matter has been heard, various things may occur. The board may decide the application immediately. It may reserve decision. If the board reserves decision, that does not mean the matter is approved or denied. It just means that the board needs more time to decide. They want to go out and look at the site again, or might want to review the documents and testimony further before making a decision. In either event, the applicant will receive the board's decision in writing shortly after the board makes a decision. If the application is approved, that does not mean that you can then go ahead and start construction, or whatever it is that you requested from the board. You will have to wait for the building permit to be obtained from the building department before you go ahead. On some occasions, the matter may be continued for another night. If it is continued, in most cases, it will be for the submission of documents, new survey, new plans, or something of that nature. If that's the case, no one needs to come back. The documents will be submitted and no further testimony will be taken. On rare occasions, a matter may be continued for testimony. If that's the case, then people would have to come back to testify. If matters are adjourned in the meeting on the scheduled date of the hearing, no further notice need be given unless specifically required by the board on the date the adjournment is granted. 3 rules that may affect your ability to proceed tonight. 1. If the sign is not posted for 10 days, we cannot hold the hearing tonight. 2. If you commence this proceeding while you own the property, but no longer own the property, and you are here now to continue with the application, you will need either written consent from the new owner or the new owner to be present at the hearing. This situation will come about if you sold your house or building, money was held in escrow at a closing for a certificate of occupancy or permit, and you're here tonight to clear that up. Lastly, if your application is a commercial application, and it's other than and there was one of then you need your landlord to be present. Is there any applicant that has any difficulty in those situations about being adjourned?
Is there anyone who would need an adjournment? Please rise and join the board in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First application is application 21151, property located in Lindenhurst, Ocean Blue Innovations, Inc. For you?
116 Third Road, right?
Yes. I need your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Yi Chao, and the address is 116 Third Road.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yeah.
You got to spell your name for the.
First name Y-I, last name Q-I-A-O.
Thank you. Okay, for the record, we have a planning division memo dated December 1st, 2020. Environmental control memo dated November 24th, 2020. You should be aware that part of this property is in a tidal wet zone. You might need a permit for that. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And also, if we were to approve the application, we would put a condition on the face of the CO that the lower level not be used for anything except parking, no habitable space.
Mm-hmm.
Suffolk County Planning Memo dated December 1st, 2020, decision of local determination. Take no position for or against. A survey by Christopher Henn dated September 16th. No, last dated April 5th, 2016. Tax map acting as an area map. And
And Mr. Chairman, we have 4 photographs and we have a site plan by DAO Enterprises. Dated 10/14/2019.
would you like to tell us about the application?
Yeah, the application is to get a permit for keep construction because the deck on the side and the back is, I think, is too close to the lot line. But when we buy the house, the existing structure was like that. It's on the ground, also the deck. So once we reach the house, the deck is still there.
Okay,
And also the front stair, because we have no choice to turn the stair. The stair has to go all the way straight, because one side is the garage and another side has a gas meter.
okay, anything else?
No.
All right, thank you. I'll turn the hearing over to Mr. Wrigley.
So, what you done here tonight?
For the front yard setback, the side yard setback, and the rear yard setback.
In that area, are there any other structures with a stoop like yours that come straight out to Surf Road?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
That's
yeah.
a road end of the road.
All the other houses in the area, I do believe are listed too, right?
Yeah.
There was no way to, when you come out your front door, to come down the platform and make a turn and come
We
down?
were thinking about to make a turn, but the left side is the garage on the bottom, and then another side is a window, and also the gas meter on the other side of the stairs.
What window is that? What is, what are you talking about? Is the gas meter on the side with the window?
No, the window was above, I think it was above the gas meter.
It's the only thing that concerns me is that stoop. I mean, if we were to approve this, would you agree not to enclose any of the decks above or below?
Yeah.
You would leave them open,
Yeah, of course.
and like the chairman said, you would non-habitable space on the.
Any other questions from the board? So were there ever plans that showed the stairs that they were going to turn, or was it always designed that the stairs were going to come out that far?
The old plan was trying to make the stair turn, but when we do the construction, we found we cannot do that because of the garage and the gas meter.
So you built everything before you came here and got a variance because, you know, you needed the variance, you knew that. Did you come to us prior to this or no?
Yeah, we did
You did.
a couple years ago, I think.
And did we approve you at that time?
Yeah,
So we approved you for the stairs to turn at that point, right?
I think that, yeah, I think at that point, yes. Because this time we only did the revise of the plan inside.
Yeah, the problem, the thing is that, you went ahead and did this stairs without making the turn, and now, you're 3 feet off of the property line, which is really,
Mhm.
really substantial, is what it boils down to.
Yeah, yeah,
And considering that we have already approved you prior to this, and then you went ahead and did this, and now you're back here because you didn't meet the approval that you got before, is that why you're back here?
yeah, I think that's the reason.
Okay. All right, any other questions from the board? Yeah.
Was the second garage already part of the prior plan? Is that the way the stairs were supposed to turn? It always had the second-
Can you repeat the
Is that
question?
garage, was the second garage always like that, and the stairs were supposed to be
Yeah, the
turned?
garage was always like that.
The garage was always like that, so
Yeah.
the stairs could have been turned the other way.
Yeah, the only possibility is gonna be other way, but another side is the gas meter.
The gas
So-
meter is not an issue, they can move the gas meter any place, that's not.
But the meter was there, I mean, when we bought the house, so we didn't want to move that meter.
That's, moving the meter is not really the issue, the issue is that she came out to only 3 feet,
Oh,
to the property line. Moving the meter would have been an easy fix, if that was the only issue. Okay. Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. You get the decision in the mail. Thanks for coming down.
Okay, thank you so much.
Next application is application 2156 of John Bolzano, property located in Copiague. Name and address for the record.
Mark Anthony Monastery Architect, 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore.
Do you affirm to tell the truth?
Absolutely.
For the record, we have a planning division memo dated December 1st, 2020. Environmental control memo dated November 24th, 2020. If approved, this application will not result in substantial impact. It does say on here about possibly part of the property being in the flood zone.
Back here.
You know about it.
Yes, sir.
Survey by Barrett, Panucci, and Van Weel. May 21st, 2008. Tax map acting as an area map and
Mr. Chairman, we have site plan and it's dated June 23rd, 2020. On Rock Avenue.
would you like to tell us about the application?
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board, Mr. Chair. This evening, we're requesting variances to construct. Is it okay if I take this off? While I talk on that?
Yeah, why you talk this?
Thank you. We're requesting variances to construct a front porch and two-story addition that do not meet the front yard setback or rear yard setback. Earlier this year, my clients, the Balzanos, had the unfortunate fate of a house fire, which virtually burnt the house to the ground. In the redesign of the house, which is 90% going back together on the original foundation and footprint, as originally was, they decided they would like to add some storage space, a home office, and a new master bedroom. The house was originally a 3-bedroom and will remain a 3-bedroom. One of the smallest bedrooms will become an open space, as is unrealistic as a real bedroom. I request that to maintain the front porch in the location and size as original, just reconstructed. We are requesting a front yard setback of 17 feet instead of 30 feet required. Again, this is the original non-conforming setback. We would also like to reduce the rear yard setback from the required 30 feet to 23.2 feet. It's a reduction of 6.8 feet. This is the original setback. No additional encroachment is requested. Additionally, because the house is basically being totally reconstructed and considered over 50%, the zoning, I believe, is requiring us as a new home. That's why we're actually here. This house actually had a permit on construction. In fact, everybody here probably passed it on the way in. We are requesting to reduce the front property line from the required 75 feet to the existing 71.23 feet. This is a reduction of 3.77 feet and is the original property footage. We're requesting to reduce the total lot area from the required 7,500 square feet to the existing 3,232 square feet. That's a reduction of 268 square feet. Again, this is the original square footage of the property. So that I could just give everyone just kind of a briefing off of this. So we had obviously they had a fire. It was a pretty substantial fire. Took them almost 45 minutes to actually get there. So the house was basically destroyed. We tried to maintain everything that we could. And then we were adding on the side of the garage, you'll see the new area that we're adding, which is on the northwest west corner of the house. It's a little storage area. And then what would become the new master bedroom above. We got the permits, we started construction, and as they started construction, they went in, they realized that actually the house was actually unsafe. It was much more burnt than we had anticipated. There's a tremendous amount of dry rot, infestation from termites. Basically, it was a horribly put together. So the house wound up coming down in its entirety. The deck was left. And they started reconstructing. We went out, we updated the plans, which is why we're here tonight.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Del Vecchio.
First, thank God nobody was hurt in the fire.
You're right, Chuck.
The floor plan submitted showing accessory apartment, we have to submit new plans.
We're actually going to go back for the accessory apartment.
You guys haven't, filed for it yet.
No, but there was a permit on it for a accessory apartment. They're going to go back for that permit.
Okay. And the front porch, would you agree not further enclose it?
Absolutely.
Any other questions from the board?
Just, you said that it was 3,200 square feet. Was that, you misstated that, correct? The total lot area is 7,200?
Oh, the total lot area, which required is 7,500 square feet. We have 7,232.
You had said 32, at least I heard you.
I apologize. And I'm Italian. Everybody here is usually. So it's a
I'm old.
reduction of 268
You might
square
have
feet.
reached.
I might have misheard. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yes.
We might have missed it. Okay, any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Okay. We're gonna close the hearing, reserve decision, and get the decision in there.
Thank you all. I hope you guys have a great night.
You too, thank you. Thanks for coming down. Next application is application 2152 of 111 Eden Street, LL Street, C, property located in West Babylon.
Good evening.
Name and address for the record.
Joseph Clemens, of Drummond Clemens Architecture, located at 3275 Veterans Memorial Highway, 3311, Mount New York, 11779.
Okay.
So pull this down.
Yeah, that's better. Okay. For the record, we have a planning division memo dated December 1st, 2020, environmental control memo dated November 24th, 2020. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Barrett, Bonucci, and Van Weel. It is August 17th, 2020. Tax map acting as an area map. And
And Ms. Campbell, we have 3 photographs, like plans, and German and Clemens Architect, and this is dated. February 2nd, 2020.
send these plans here. No, this is a plot plan. I have a plot plan on this application also, which is dated 10/1/20. Okay. Would you like to tell us about the application?
All right, I'm speaking to you tonight in regards to 111 East Street property located in West Babylon and is located within the G Industry zoning district. The parcel is approximately 0.327 acres and is located on the east side of East Street, approximately 1,103 feet north of Edison Avenue. As indicated, my client, Mr. Eric Dorf, on behalf of 111 East Street LLC, is requesting permission to diminish off-street parking from 14 spaces to 9 parking spaces, all in connection with an existing building. Mr. Dorf purchased the property in September of 2019 and wishes to further improve this property. Our office had initially prepared a building permit application to simply renovate the interior and do just that. Due to the condition of the site, however, the planning department required a departmental review. One of the conditions was zoning board of appeals approval for the parking, thus the reason which we are here before you this evening. To clarify, our office had prepared site plans which have been approved, and site improvement requirement sheet has been signed and sent to the planning staff. For the town of Babylon aperture cards, the building had obtained a certificate of occupancy in September of 1970. The building of approximately 6,000 square feet has remained relatively unchanged and the uses appear to remain consistent. The alteration proposed maintained office and warehouse areas consistent with that of the prior approval. The purpose was to keep with the nature and character of the original approvals while maintaining the characteristics of the current field conditions. When the original application had been approved, the office and warehouse building and the associated site did not provide parking striping. After responding to the requirements and recommendations of the planning staff and departments within the town of Babylon, our office has attempted to provide as many parking stalls as could reasonably be accommodated on the site given its current state. In response, 9 parking stalls are proposed, including 1 handicapped accessible space with accompanying loading area. For the town's parking requirements, 13.1 spaces would be necessary, which is therefore a relaxation of approximately 4.1 spaces or 31% respectively. Please keep in mind, however, that the building footprint has remained unchanged and the uses remain consistent. As you can see, it is the intent of my client to not only maintain a neat and well-kept property, but improve upon it. These potential improvements will only enhance the immediate properties and benefit the local surroundings. Although requesting relief, Mr. Dorf wishes to establish and maintain a property which conforms to the town of Babylon's requirements while providing something which contextually fits in with the surrounding area. He has every intention of further enhancing the building and property following the hopeful approvals of the pending application. Lastly, I would like to note that earlier today, our office had received zoning board of appeals memorandum from planning staff stating that should the board wish to grant relief, planning staff would have no objection. We sincerely hope you guys feel similar. As such, we respectfully request that you grant the relaxation presented before you this evening.
Thank you. Turning it over to Mr. Weintraub.
Thank you. What is the business?
Right now, it's currently vacant. The intended uses would be office, a portion of it being office and warehouse storage.
And how many employees do you expect to be at the site?
That I do not know. Would you have to know how many employees would be present, give or take? At this time, he said it's unknown. That's the property.
So what kind of business are you looking to put in there? I mean, unknown, might be a lot of employees and then you have limited parking as it is, so
At this point, do you guys have a lease?
you're gonna have to come up, you gotta have to come up and get on the record, please.
We're just going to
Name and address for the record.
Jason Dorf, 11 Mechanic Court, Huntington, New York.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely.
We're just a landlord and we're cleaning up the building and we're gonna try and rent it. We don't know who will take it. It's,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
I
don't-
just have a concern of what's going to go there, considering you're asking for parking relief already. Is it something that's gonna be, more of an intense use or? What,
I-
I mean, it's warehouse and an
it's
office.
warehouse and 15% office, I believe.
Take 50% off. So it remains consistent with what the previous approvals were from 1970. So realistically, we maintain the office area of a similar size to what was originally approved.
How large would 15% be? How many square feet?
Total building area was, realistically, office area is about 863 square feet, about 900 square feet if you count the walls.
Okay, very small, but you can't get too many people.
Yeah.
there. But it depends on
Yeah, it's-
what you're doing.
I mean,
Realistically, we can't really increase the office area without requiring anything further because we're limited
No,
to.
I'm not talking about,
But what would the warehouse be? I mean, is it, would it have a number of employees or, now this is not gonna be any kind of retail or anything, right? It's strictly,
It's strictly industrial manufacturing.
Industrial.
It could be dead storage.
okay.
Simple, yeah.
okay. No, nothing else to ask.
And realistically, again stated, when the original application was approved back in 1970, there were no requirements for parking. So at this point, I mean, we're providing as many parking stalls as we physically can fit on the site as it is.
Just a concern about, just what would happen if you put something in there that was more of intense use that would, require more employees, which, where do they park? So, okay. Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to close the hearing and reserve decision. You get the decision in the mail. Thank you. Thanks for coming down.
Have a great night.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Next application is application 2154 of Miss Midgie's Cuddly Corner, property located in West Babylon. Like the name. Nice name.
Margaret Levy, Miss Midgie though.
Okay.
I live at 40 West 4th Street in Patchogue, New York.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
For the record, we have a planning division memo dated December 1st, 2020. Environmental control memo dated November 24th, 2020. There's a concern here about the refuge enclosure and the parking space there. Did you get a copy of this? as
I
well?
just got it
Okay.
now.
So there's a little bit of an issue there because that has to be made accessible for the dumpster to be picked up.
Yeah, I don't see where the problem is because they've been picking it up. I never moved it since it's been in my possession. So it's been picked up every Monday morning at 4:30, never have a problem.
We do not have fire marshal's report, so we would need that before we can do anything with your application, just so you know.
I have a couple of reports here. Can I show it to you?
Sure.
This is one that was taken in 2017 when I took over the building. And then this was his last memo that was taken October 20th. He came and visited me and sent that also to the town of Babylon.
Okay. You have copies of this, or this is all you have?
You know what? You can have this one. That's the most recent, and I have another copy of this one in my box.
Okay. Okay, we'll take a look at that. What's this? A floor plan by Tent Design Group, dated June 14th, 2017. Plan dated January 16th, 2015. Tax map acting as an area map, and
Let me just say, we have 10 photographs designed by Elvis Design and was dated July 5th, 2017.
would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. So I've been in business 21 years. I started out of my home and then rented in West Babylon for 11 years. 3 years ago, I got the opportunity to buy this building from my landlord who I was renting from previously at another location. And that was dream come true, basically not throwing my money away anymore. And we had a nice ribbon cutting ceremony for the town of Babylon. All came over and introduced us to the neighborhood as Miss Midgie's Cuddly Corner in that building. So we've been working closely for the past few months with everyone from the town of Babylon, who have been wonderful and helped me along this process.
Turn the hearing over to Mr. Weintraub.
Thank you. You have all the state permits you need and,
I have everything that I need to run a preschool, yes.
okay. So, and you were on the corner.
I used to be, yeah, on the
No,
corner by the
109
Friendlies,
and,
yeah.
And, so you were there for how long?
11 years.
I think that's right, you said that.
Mhm.
Okay. And you're coming in now, it's been 3 years, but
Mhm.
you've been in the process.
I've been in that building for 3 years already,
Yeah, but you've been in the process
of getting this
organizing it.
special exemption.
Okay, I have no further.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to close the hearing, reserve decision. I just got to make sure that this is sufficient as far as the fire marshal's report goes, okay?
Sure. And if it's not, they'll just let me know.
They'll
and I
let
can
you
send a
know,
copy.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you. for
Thank
coming
you.
down.
Thank you. Mr. Chapman?
Back to tonight.
Sure. Did the board want to revisit anything from tonight?
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
Okay, you're on.
You guys did a ton of work on that too, but again, it's, you do it for one, you gotta do it for all. There's not to be that good. So unfortunately, I'm gonna deny that fourth variance. I have no problem with the decks and all that stuff. That one street is, and it could have been altered. I mean, like I said, to move the gas meter. stuff
Put a
like
gas
that.
meter, it's nothing. I mean,
That's, yeah, that's okay. I mean, it could have been done.
Okay,
You want me to pull, you want to wait until the
Yeah,
next
well-
meeting and pull the plans and then you can make it?
Yeah.
And
We'll
that's-
look, but
Because I don't know if he has to keep garage door.
there was
I
a,
remember that second garage.
okay, so let's pull it.
So I'll pull it, I'll get the plan, and we'll have it.
Okay.
How's that sound?
If that's,
But make everybody a really respect.
it's, I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
massive,
I mean, you
It's a
spent a lot of
massive-
money on it.
it's, yeah.
Yeah, but he also really needed time. He can't let time to get variances and then he do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Like I said, God forbid somebody falls or trips on that last step, and you're going right to the street.
You're right. So
Yeah.
our liability is. on.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
All right.
right, so we'll pull the thing, we'll leave our decision reserved and then I'll pull the original plan down for you next time.
Thank
Thank you.
Moving on to number 2, John Balzano.
So-
Wait for the vice plans, right?
No, you can pull it, you can, this is a fire retail, let's get the people working, make it subject.
God bless you.
To the fire, the accessory apartments, and the revised plan, but I'll make sure that gets done.
Okay,
So I don't mind getting that one done, because it is a fire.
okay.
So I'll make a motion to approve application 20-156 with the condition that the front porch not be further removed. Second.
All in favor? Okay.
Okay.
Number 3,
I don't know, I just, and you know, I jumped in on Tom, but I was just like, if they don't know what they're gonna do there, does that become a problem, or will they have to come back to us?
Let's say he doesn't do a construction company.
Right,
Okay, it's only 10%, 60% off for this, but it's got a big warehouse, so the guy, now all of a sudden he's got the trucks outside, then he's gonna have to come back after the storage.
okay,
But the problem with this site is that it was built when we were doing parking at square footage, and we do parking on parking spaces. So really, it's the same scenario. You did maybe 200 more feet of office. It's kind of between a rock and hard place. So I really don't have a problem with it. If we have a problem, yes, go ahead.
he'd have to come back to me.
He'd have to come back.
Okay. Okay,
What do you think, Tom?
If you have no problem with
I
it,
don't have a problem.
then I will make a motion to approve application 20-152.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
And we're gonna hold it back with the final.
Yeah, we gotta, I want somebody to take a look at this and tell me if it's enough.
number 4 will remain reserved. Moving on to page 4, P&P Motors and J&J One Jerry remain reserved. Moving on to page 5, we are still waiting for updated plans from Jimmy Jack, correct?
Jimmy Jack.
So that remains reserved. Moving on to the bottom of page 5, Carvana, I am constantly asking for an update on fire marshal, and that has not been received yet either, so that remains reserved. Moving on to page 6, we have Farah Masi. The board can move on this as Suffolk County Planning has been received. Planning had recommended that if it were to be approved, it should accompany a condition that the front porch not be further enclosed. The property is located in
It's westbound.
West Babylon. Thank you.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve application 20-140 with the condition to be noted on the front of the CO that the front porch not be further enclosed.
Second.
All in favor?
All right,
The bottom of page 6 is David Muro. The board will recall that planning was concerned about this variance as creating a precedent and the substantial nature. If the board chooses to approve, planning had recommended, subject to a condition, no conversion of garage into living space. The property is located in Deer Park.
Let's hold that because John's not here. I think he had.
John didn't hear it.
Oh, he didn't hear it?
This was November 19th. He might have been. He was here November 19th. Yeah, we'll hold it for John.
Similar variances.
Okay, John's not here, so let's hold it for him.
Moving on to page 7, Karen Westerby. Suffolk County Planning has now been received. The board can move. Planning had recommended a condition that the rear porch not be further enclosed.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve application 2150 with a condition on the front of the CO that the front porch not be enclosed. All in favor? All right.
For page 7, 181 Merritt Avenue. Property is located in Wyandanch. This was a proposed home with 4 bedrooms. There was no garage included in the plans. Council had offered to mitigate by having a double wide front driveway to try to accommodate off-street parking. There was also concerns about planning, whether or not the 15 feet setback could remain to stay in character with the other homes in the neighborhood. If approved, it would be subject to covenants, restrictions, and the DEC memo conditions.
So I don't remember when the close, was she willing to move this back to the 15 feet?
No, then we have a side yard variance.
Then you would have a side yard variance? Okay. I don't know. Does anybody else think?
I have a question mark on this. I didn't have an opinion. But it's, as I remember, it's practically the last piece of property on the block, right?
It was a concern to have no off-street parking with a 4-bedroom house. too.
Yeah.
And they won't, for garage, there's no.
I don't think they've been asked to.
You want me to talk to, if this is the lift house, isn't it?
Probably. It was
Yeah, I
Nicole.
think she said that, you know,
All right, so I'll call him next week and see if I can get a 4-bedroom with a garage.
Okay.
I think that was something,
Yeah, that was-
4 bedrooms. was awful big.
Well, he
So
did
5,000 square
standard
feet.
30 by 30 house.
Yeah, he
So-
builds nice
He
houses.
builds the same house.
Yeah, he
So
does.
if we get the 4-bedroom in the garage, and, 4 bedrooms upstairs in the garage, 3 downstairs.
Okay,
2.5 bedrooms.
okay, we'll hold it. Thank you.
Moving on to page 8, Dennis Kelly. Suffolk County Planning has now been received. The board can move. The applicant was requesting a longer approval period. The last approval period was 4 years.
That was good shape, all right. Where is it?
Deer Park.
Here, Park.
Deer Park. Okay. Yeah, John was gonna give me that. I'll make a motion to approve application 2146 for a period of 5 years. Wow. I only gave him an extra year. All in favor?
You can make it 1 year, because back over.
Yeah, he runs a good job there. so.
Moving on to the bottom of page 8, Park Avenue Auto Body. This is located in West Babylon. Suffolk County Planning has been received. The board can move. It was previously approved for 3 years.
Tom,
I will make a motion to approve application 20-134 for a period of 4 years.
oh,
It's Christmas time.
Second.
all in favor? Merry Christmas.
No, I like Mr. Kavika.
Your correspondence tonight included the 4 memos from Suffolk County Planning. We would now ask you, the board, to please accept the minutes of November 12th.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from November 12th. Second.
All in favor?
For the board's review are the minutes of October 15th and November 19th. For the board's review, for their consideration, are findings in the application for Mercedes Reed.
I make a motion to review minutes of October 15th, 2020, and November 19th.
All in favor? That's it.
And that is the conclusion of the meeting. If anyone would like to
Make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Is there anybody not in favor?